Check, 1, 2. Okay. I want to discuss and share a strategy, a setup that I've been stalking for the last couple months. I haven't traded it yet. I've been putting it together, gathering data, analyzing it, studying it, but I want to share it with the community. I think it's looking like a pretty good setup, and I am building out the exit rules is the last thing that I need to build out. But anyways, this is what the setup looks like. I'm going to use this NVIDIA from yesterday, January 7th, 2022. That would be this candle here on this daily chart as an example. So the first thing it starts off with is context from the overall daily picture. And the overall daily picture is that there's this large significant technical support level here, and we sold off recently down into it, bounced hard, and then on that day yesterday, January 7th, we started selling off back down straight into that support level. I'm going to jump to the intraday chart here, and on the intraday, this is a 2-minute intraday chart, and you can see that this line right here is the previous day close, and we bounce around it and then sell off, crack this previous area from the morning low that was put in around 9:30, and then begin this downtrend. Now this line right here on this intraday chart, of course, is the same line as this major technical support level. Okay, and so what you have is basically a sell-off into a support level, which is not that novel of an idea, but this is, again, the context of the trade. This is the reason why it has more things in its favor. So basically we have this big, heavy sell-off straight down into a support level. Now I'm going to switch over to the footprint. So that's the first part of the setup. Switch over to the footprint. This is a 3-minute footprint here, and this is an NVIDIA, so this is 10:30 a.m. And then, so what I want to zoom in on here and really focus on is how it sells off into this support level. And then all of a sudden you have, so down here I have the volume of each footprint bar, and if it's highlighted in yellow, that means that it is in the top 10 or 20% of volume bars for the day. And so this bar represents 259,000 shares traded at that at this footprint bar. This is 273,000, 251,000, 170,000, etc. So anyways, as we sell off into that support level, which is right here, we start doing super heavy volume. These are the deltas on each of those bars, and these are the total volumes. And then what we have is this right here, this heavy positive delta on this footprint. So it's the opposite direction. We're trending down. We have heavy exhaustion candles. Let's look at the exhaustion candles here. Okay, ideally this would be even a little bit higher, but we sell off straight into this 271. And then we get here, get these high volume candles, and then all of a sudden we have this heavy positive delta footprint. And you can see here, 20,000, 10,000, 16,000, 6,000, 15,000, 14,000. That's why it's a heavier positive delta on this bar. So this would be the entry signal. And the signal itself, just to make it repeat it in a more concise manner, you have the context set up, you have a sell-off straight into a significant support level from the daily, you have an exhaustion volume here as you come into that support level, and then it's followed by an opposite direction. In other words, in this case, it'd be a heavy positive delta, an opposite direction delta on the footprint. That is when you start looking for the entry. And so the entry here is based off of the structure of these footprints. So you can see this large volume point of control on this footprint bar right here. That would be after you see this bar finish, this would be a spot to enter, and then here's a point of control on this bar. So these two spots would be the places to start bidding for the long, and the long would start being bid on this bar. So after this heavy positive delta is finished forming, you would start bidding here, and if you can't get filled here, then you try getting filled at the next largest, not point of control, but the second highest node. So this would be the ideal based off of this. This would be even more ideal if you could get it down here, have even better, and the risk is low a day. Okay, and so that is the entry. And what you want to see here is an immediate push away, a rejection of these levels, and push away and start, and you just see the buyers on the tape show up, and you just start pushing away from those price levels very, very, very quickly. And that's what the data has been showing. We've been tracking this for a couple months, and whenever we see this setup that has a combination of the context plus the sell-off straight into a support level plus the heavy volume, exhaustion volume coming into that level, followed by a heavy positive delta on the footprint, we do see a pop, and it typically pops either to VWAP, or this one ended up going to VWAP later, not right away, or you take profits at significant levels on the footprint that were on the way down. So as I look at this, here is a 9-minute footprint actually, so a little bit wider view. This area here, so around these 275s. This here area here, 276.50. These would all be potential targets for this. This is a counter trend trade because you're fading the downtrend move, so you don't want to stick around too long. But I think this one provided like a 5-to-1 risk reward on the trade, and was pretty clean. And that's what we've been seeing when all those things are aligned. This is providing a pretty solid reversal trade. I'm going to call it the overextended downtrend reversal trade based off the footprint. But it starts here with the context, starts with major support levels, sell-off and a downtrend. It has to be a downtrend. It has to be a extensive sell-off. I mean, this dropped 12 points, I think. NVIDIA selling off 12 points straight down into a support level. And then using the footprint to execute a surgical entry and pick some intelligent spots that will likely get hit for the exits. So hopefully that helps. I'm going to start trading this once I tighten up some of my trade management rules, but the entry and the setup is there. I just need to work on my exits a little bit more, but hopefully I'll be able to give some videos of this setup being traded here in the near future. Have a wonderful weekend.